Aki! Hey, Aki! Hello and welcome, everyone! Aki is being woken up! Lynx here with voice of whoever is talking to Aki! We're playing Sakura Isekai Adventure 2, of course! Third episode! Let's continue. But Fate has other plans for me. Well, I mean, she basically went to sleep and now, you know. Fate always has plans for me. I wish it wouldn't. It's become pretty tedious. Aki! Your name is Aki, right? Elf to Aki! Wakey, wakey! No. I flinch away from the cheery voice, my eyes tightly shut. I don't know who's calling out to me, for the voice does sound familiar, but can they keep it down? Oh. Open bracket, but no closing the bracket. Noticed that. My eardrums are ringing. Just a few more minutes, I'm sleepy. Well, I could tell us much. You wouldn't be nuzzling your face in your pillow if you weren't. Nihihihi. Nihihihi? I recognize the laugh. It's pretty distinctive. Could it be? It looks so peaceful. I almost felt guilty about waking you up. But my mistress gave me an order and I don't wanna disappoint her. She told me to get your cute butt out of bed, and that's just what I'm doing. Now, wake up! I feel a pressure on my shoulders. My body is shaken back and forth just like a rag doll. The back of my head hits my pillow. It doesn't hurt, but it is uncomfortable. I pout. Pooh. Ow. I know it's important to maintain a healthy sleep cycle, but really don't need to be that rough. Hey! How cute! If you think I'm being rough, then you should see Mistress Dulce in action. She's much, much tougher than I am. And speaking of which, if you don't start shifting your behind soon, Mistress Dulce might come here to check on you herself. I don't know if you'd be able to withstand her special training so early in the morning. A delicate girl like you. So if you know what's good for you, you'll wake up right now. Fine. Whoa. That's interesting. There is no point trying to get any more shut-eye now. Not when I'm being shaken back and forth. I might as well surrender. That's one of the important parts about being warrior. Even the bravest of knights need to know when they've been bested. I open my eyes and blink away the white spots which have crowded in front of my vision. The room in front of me stabilizes, as does the familiar face which is bearing down upon me. I recognize it in an instant. This girl who's sitting on my lap. Her name's Taiga, isn't it? It's a pretty easy name to remember. This girl did make quite the boldy first impression when she tried to rob Mina, and Taiga seems fitting, given the stripes on her ears and her tail. It's such an obvious name. I have to wonder, once again, whether her parents put much effort into picking it out. Maybe they left it until the last minute. It seems kind of lazy. Not that I have any room to judge, I guess. My parents called me Aki solely because I was born in the fall, when the leaves on the trees were beginning to turn brown and yellow. Jesus, Japanese has such a cool approach to naming, by the way. I wish it was like that. Over here as well, kind of. But this language doesn't work like that of mine. I have no right to judge anybody else's name. Yeah, you do. You always do. In any case, it took a while for it to register in my sleep-deprived brain, but Taiga's pretty close to me, huh? I mean, technically she's literally on top of you, but her face is inches away from mine. Our noses are so close they're almost bumping. I can feel her breath on my face. Meanwhile, every time she exhales, her breath tickles my skin. It tingles! Her eyes are very white, and they are staring right into mine. It feels like she has me in her thrall. I thought Stanga was a bit scrappy when I saw her from afar, but when I viewed up close... she's actually very pretty. Well, gee. That's good to know, I guess. But I can't keep staring at her. I don't want her to think that I'm a useless lesbian who falls for every single pretty girl she sees. I mean, I'm useless lesbian, but Taika doesn't need to know that. Oh! I'm trying to keep it cool, but I don't think it's working. Taika must be able to see how flustered I am because she grins. Are you right, Aki? You're not coming down with a fever, are you? No, I'm fine. Are you sure? Your face does look very red. Let me check. She leans in. She presses my bangs away from my forehead and brings her face even closer to mine. She presses our foreheads together, her long eyelashes falling shut. I meanwhile can only sit there, my back ramrod straight. If this were a cheesy TV anime capital letter, for heaven's sakes. Blood would probably be pouring from my nostrils right about now. How am I supposed to play this off? She's so close to me. And she smells pretty good, too. All soft and fruity, like strawberry fields. My poor heart is beating much too hard. Taiga's lips. They're so close to me, I'm very sorry. I pushed Taiga off me. Fortunately, she's pretty light, so it's not too onerous a task. Then scrambled to my feet. I mean, my arms around my middle, thankful that I decided to sleep in my everyday attire. It must have been so uncomfortable. It's been chilly at nights lately, and I need extra insulation and cry. And cry? You don't need to keep trying to wake me. I'm already up. Well, I can see that. I'm still not sure if you're not sick, Fa. Your face is as red as a beet. But maybe it ain't a fever you're suffering from after all. Maybe, just maybe. Taiga's eyes sparkle mischievously. You're getting embarrassed because I'm gosh darned adorable. How does she know that? Yeah. I won't confirm or deny this, but she's right on the money. She really is too cute. If pretty girls keep giving me attention like this, I'm not sure if my heart will be able to handle it. This is more than I can endure. Or is it? Later that morning. Why, hello, Aki. I was waiting for you. It's very good to see you so early in the morning. Well, that's the problem. It's very early. Yeah. A slightly grinning Dulce greets me as I enter the tavern, trailing along behind Taiga. Where are the other two for? Mina and Scarlet are both dressed already. Okay, game, thanks for answering my question immediately. And they're sitting at one of the circle tables alongside Dulce. Mina always wakes up punctually, so it isn't surprising to see her here. She looks neat and pristine, her outfit devoid of any wrinkles. Even her hat looks like it's just been ironed. I swear, if I'd gone to school with Mina, she would have been an honor roll student and the class president to boot. I mean, probably. I'm a bit more surprised, however, to see Scarlet's awake. She tends to take a while to get up in the mornings. I've shaken her out of bed more times than I can count, and it typically takes me a few attempts. She likes to sleep with her arms wound around her pillow, and she drools a lot. Her response to my shaking tends to be, "Give me a few more minutes." If Mina is an honor roll student and Scarlet is the delinquent who always gets to class late. I mean, that would be more like me, to be fair. I am more likely to be late to the class. Why is she up so early? Is she trying to prove to Dulce that she's a responsible adventurer now? I'm pondering this when,
Aki, dearest, are you alright? You've been standing there staring for quite some time.
Well, inside narration is very important.
I don't have anything on my face, do I?
What? No. I started by accident take a seat at the table with Yoda ears. I'm sorry, I was just lost in thought.
I could tell. You seem to be thinking very, very hard about something. You were away with the fairies there.
Tittering Dulce takes a sip from a mug of some orange-colored liquid. Is that carrot juice? Man, looks between us. Man, I have not had carrot juice in years. Dude, I must have been in primary school, to be honest. Yeah, pretty sure. Because that's when I would drink juices out of juice boxes at school, basically. And they were most likely carrots. I remember also because my palms at the time were super orange thanks to that. It's crazy how if you drink carrot juice a lot, you'll have orange palms. I need to try that again, maybe.
Now, to business. Let us recap our conversation yesterday in the woods.
Oh, come on! Come on! It was in the previous episode, we don't need to!
You girls wish to know everything I gleaned from those demons, and you also wish to know the whereabouts of the demon Queen Fiore. Is that correct? That is indeed correct. Well then, I will be only too happy to give you the answers you so ardently seek. Yeah, sure. You're not fooling anybody, you harpy. But first, I'd like to assess your combat capabilities. I do not wish to send you off to fight, only for you to injure yourself, so I think we shall take things easy today. How easy?
Mina frowns.
I'm not sure if you had that liberty, not when the priestess's welfare hangs in the balance. I would not wish for her to come to harm because I delayed in rescuing her. I understand that, but it has been some months since she was kidnapped already. A bit more waiting should hardly hurt, no? Well, I hope not. I have no way of knowing though.
Mina chews the inside of her cheek. Then she exhales.
I really cannot stand this uncertainty. It is eating away at me. But alright, I can see we have no choice, so we shall do this your way. How exactly do you mean to assess our abilities? I thought I would watch you defeat some slimes in the forest. That should be a simple enough task for you to manage. Any adventure worth their salt can slice up a few pesky slimes. What do you say? Slimes, huh?
Scarlet rolls her eyes.
Give me a break. I'm the Scarlet Whirlwind of Justice. There's no way a few slimes would be able to defeat me. You really don't think much of me, do you?
Now that's kind of funny. I distinctly recall that Scarlet had fallen for a few slimes when Mina and I first met her. She was covered in gloopy stuff from head to toe. But I decided to keep that to myself. I don't think Scarlet would appreciate that. She looks incensed, and so, funny enough, does Mina. Like Scarlet, however, Mina doesn't grit her teeth together. Her expression remains placid, for I do note the way her fingers curl on her lap as she serves Dulce. Slimes, you see? Slimes indeed. Is there a problem with that? There is no problem, really. But I agree with Scarlet's sentiments. Slimes are trivial enemies to defeat. We have bested scores of them in the past with little difficulty. I don't think watching us cut down a few slimes. A slew of enemies like that, even a novice could handle without breaking a sweat, would help you assess our abilities. I wouldn't say so.
That's right. Do you really think slimes are all we can handle? You're underestimating us. We're a lot stronger than that. Oh, I'm sure you are. I know you can defeat stronger monsters, Scarlet, having been fortunate enough to witness you engage in combat in the past. But that was when we traveled together, in a party of our own.
Summer is here, doggo. Literally crawling under the bed.
I have yet to see you fight alongside these two other girls. I do not believe these slimes will be an issue for you, but they should let me see how you work together as a team. That is all I really want to observe.
A team, huh? Are we a team? We've not been traveling together for that long. Not as long as Scarlet traveled with Dulce. But we've been getting on a lot better than we did in the past, that's for sure. Our teamwork is still a bit shoddy, but we've come a long way. If that's what Dulce wants to assess, then it should be alright. I'm sure we'll be able to pass the test. Hopefully. We can pass it with flying colors. Hopefully. At least I hope we can. Otherwise, that really would be embarrassing. Yeah. But maybe don't have that thought in your mind. In retrospect, maybe we're a little too confident. Oh, come on, seriously? Defeating slime should have been easy for us. We defeated a bunch of slimes in the past, a whole truckload of them in fact. Slimes used to pose a threat in a beam when we were just starting out as a band of adventurers and our teamwork was weak. That was a couple of months ago, for we changed since then. That's what we all thought, but... Oh,
Siri, are you serious?
How? How is that even possible?
No way!
Somehow things still went up like this. Mina is slumped on the ground, her wide-brimmed head askew and her body draped in sticky, oozing slime. Taiga meanwhile is kneeling beside her, a baffled look on her face. She holds up one hand. Or a paw, which is covered in yet more slime. Then she frowns.
So how the heck did this happen? I don't know. I thought the Ducky and Scarlet were supposed to cover me, but...
Mina shoots the pair of us a nasty glare.
You didn't pay a blind bit of attention to me. You both charged in your weapons and cheated and started wailing on those slimes before I could set up any protective enchantments. You were both too hasty and it cost me. Those slimes slipped past my defenses and now...
Mina moans, a pink flash spreading across her cheeks as tendrils of slime ooze around her body. I can see a few tendrils pulsating about her thighs, while even more slime drips down her bared shoulders. Yep, there is one on top of her head as well. Kinda cute one. She's so covered in stuff that there is even a cute slime perched on top of her head. I always predict the next line in Sakura games. This slime, unlike the rest, has a little face. It's smiling. I guess it's pretty content with its lot in life. I mean, I'm not surprised. I wonder if the chill smiling smile controls the rest of the slime that's holding Mina. Taking it out might free Mina from the slime's tendrils, but...
Yeah.
The slime is kind of cute. I'd almost feel bad beating it up. It's not a huge, hulking monster like the Mandragora. It doesn't look particularly scary. I don't think it even means to hurt Mina. It's just... well...
chilling. Goodness me, this will never do. Slimes are supposed to be weak, low-level enemies. If you cannot even best them, then it will be absolutely impossible for you to rescue the missing priestess. I would have liked to pass you with flying colors, but it looks like you will need to subject yourself to much more rigorous training in the future. Really, Fa.
Dulce now turns her attention to Scarlet.
I can't say I think much of your new team. They might be very cute, but I'm very uncertain whether they're the most competent adventurers out here.
Oi! Mina interjects crossly, still sprawled on the ground at the mercy of the slimes. It's kind of amazing actually that she's able to sound so happy given she's covered from tip to toe in ooze. If I was in Mina's position, which I'm not thankfully, I'd probably be too embarrassed to draw any attention to myself.
I resent it.
And I'd probably be too overwhelmed to string any coherent words together. Mina's reserves of magical energy might be low, but her gumption is at all-time high. How is her magical energy, still at low? How did she not recover still? It's been months.
I'm not incompetent. I once served the High Priestess Luna. My talents as a mage are renowned far and wide. In fact, I was actually considered a child prodigy during my youth.
Oh boy. Or oh girl. I don't know if it's something that you should be saying, to be honest. I also was considered talented when I was a child, and so what? It was not talent, it was just all sadly hard work at the time, and well, it's not, you know, not that useful sadly. Obviously, if you work hard, you will achieve something eventually, right? But would be nice to actually have some talents.
I've mastered spells that most mages cannot dream of.
But, you know, if you have some talents and you don't use them, then you are kinda, I guess, in an even worse situation. As long as you don't hone the talent, you are nowhere, you know, with it. Why am I speaking about that? Not the thing, only. About the fact that she's speaking about being a child prodigy. Yeah, but where did it I mean, it did get you to being defeated by slimes for. Also, if you're a prodigy, why can you not freaking regenerate your mana faster? Anyway.
I've mastered spells that most mages cannot dream of. And yet, despite that, you still fell victim to these slimes. But it was just a tactical error on the part of my teammates.
A tactical error,
That's right, potent magic. Like mine takes time to cast. I need to be able to concentrate, else I won't be able to summon enough mana to fire off a successful spell.
Right. I mean, then maybe you should, you know, have spells that don't take an hour to summon or something.
They were supposed to keep the slimes busy.
Mina moves in a disarmingly sultry manner as the slime oozing over her begins to vibrate. What? A pink flush spreads across her cheeks and her tail twitches.
Nya, 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 nya. Right. Well, I think I get the picture. Your party is not lacking in firepower, but your teamwork could stand to improve. I'm sure with a bit more practice, you'll be able to make short work of these monsters. But at the moment they are making short work of you. Dear. Yare yare.
Dulce clicked her tongue.
This is unfortunate. I like observing young women in distress just as much as the next sadist.
Oh no. Did she just call herself a sadist? Dude. In my department, she already dropped on the scale. I don't like sadists. But at least she knows what she's into.
But I have witnessed innumerable women falling prey to slimes in the past. For some stinking reason, they do seem to prefer sliming all over cute young girls than wise and old Jesus. They have discerning tastes. Nah, yeah. I can't fault the slimes for taking an interest in you, my cute little kitten. But this all rather passé. I'm fast growing tired of slimes. And in any case, you belong to me.
No, she doesn't.
I don't want to let any rotten slimes take advantage of you. Not while I'm watching so.
I'm sorry, where did that idea come from? Dulce draws a couple of playing cards from her impressive cleavage and tosses them towards the assailants.
Take this!
The cards slice through the air. Then they slice the gelatinous bodies of the slimes which are clinging to Taiga and Mina. Mostly to Mina. I already knew about Dulce's weapons, but this is the first time I've seen them in action, and it's just as strange a sight as I thought it'd be. Why playing cards? Like, literally, why? What is she, a Vegas bunny? It doesn't look very cool. But the cards seem to be imbued with magical powers. The slimes writhe in pain as Dulce's cards cut them. When aggrieved, they slink away, oozing wetly over the grass. I don't know what properties Dulce's cards have exactly, but I guess they pack a pretty nasty punch. Maybe they're cursed. And that takes care of that. Dulce wipes her hands together, all smiles.
Now then, all that remains is the cleanup.
Cleanup.
I don't know how you treat your party members, but I'm hardly going to leave my cute little kitten sprawled on the ground. I don't want her getting her cute clothes dirty. Or, well, dirtier than they already are.
A smiling Dulce approaches Taiga, who still slumped on the ground. Then she extends a hand towards her.
Can you stand?
Oh, yes, thank you, mistress.
It's no trouble, nyeh.
Dulce giggles as Taiga accepts her outstretched hand. She holds Taiga, who's smaller and slighter than she is, to her feet. Then Dulce says softly,
As your mistress, your welfare is my #1 concern. I care about you a good deal, my cute kitten, and I would hate to see you getting hurt. I want to look after you.
Dulce winds her arms around Taiga's waist in a manner which could be considered protective. But I think it looks more possessive.
But that isn't my only duty as your mistress.
No?
Taiga's eyes are starting to look glassy. She exhales, her pale pink lips pursed, her chest heaving.
What other duties do you have then?
Well, as much as I want to take care of you, I also need to punish you from time to time. I can't let you get complacent. And if I do care for you, I'm rather disappointed right now.
Why? Why would you be? What?
We are!
I think it would be more surprising if I was not. I asked you to help Scarlet and the others defeat the slimes, but you were unable to do that.
First time I'm hearing about that.
You were best at yourself by enemies which really oughtn't pose any issue for you.
What? But why would she fight in the... What? That doesn't make any sense.
It is all rather perturbing. As your instructor, Filiaso, I've been shown up. I don't want these girls to think I've done a bad job coaching you.
You did.
That would reflect poorly upon me. Your clumsiness has tarred my reputation, albeit indirectly.
Dulce's smile takes on a sinister edge.
So naturally I need to scold you for that.
Well, I sound kinda serious, mistress.
That is because I am serious. If you thought those slimes were scary, you're not seeing me when I'm upset. Yeah.
Oh, mistress.
Taiga sighs breathlessly, her face flushed.
I like it when you're being nice, but I like it even more when you're being naughty. You can do anything you want to me. I belong to you. I really do love you. My wonderful mistress.
Taiga exhales, her chest heaving as Dulce leans in. Dulce cups her cheeks with her hands possessively as if meaning to claim her. Then she dips her head. And, well, as expected. And presses her lips against Taiga's in a soft sensual kiss, one which seems to last an eternity. However, it doesn't. A little while later. Scarlet is sitting at a table in tavern, her teeth gritted together. Her teeth are gritted so hard, in fact, I'm a little worried she'll wind up sanding down all her enamel. She's been acting... Do they have dentists over there? She's been acting like this all evening, ever since we finished up our training session with Dulce. We've already parted ways with our rabbit-ear teacher, but Scarlet's still nursing a grudge. And a particular lunch dark at Vale. I have tea. She knocks back the amber liquid inside the tankard, then slams it down on the table. She wipes her mouth with the back of her hand, then says, her voice slurring.
That Dulce is such a cow!
A cow? I blink.
I thought she was a bunny girl for... No, she's... Ah, you know what I mean! She's awful! That's what she is, even when she tries to talk reasonable rational! She thinks she's the best!
Scarlet jabs a finger in the air as she enunciates, spittle flying from her lips as she does.
But she's not! She's nothing! Who's she to say that we're not working hard enough? After she said that our team is weak! Well, our display earlier was not the best. We did not put out the best show when we fought against those slimes. She would have every right to be disappointed in us. Hey Mina! Totally your side, where are you? I thought we're supposed to be a team! We are a team. We have been working together remarkably well too far too. But being Dulce has shown me that we need to improve. If we cannot defeat some slimes without intervention, I fear we'll have very little chance facing off against the Demon Queen. Dulce is simply trying to give us advice.
I mean, we've never asked for advice for. It's true. To be fair, you should be in a way aware of if you should or should not give advice about things. Because some people might not appreciate that in general, right? And it might be sometimes too much of you to do and so on, yeah. But I'm gonna say she's just trying to be helpful. Let's stay on Mina's side over here. I agree with Mina, she only wants to help us. I don't think she's that bad really. And it doesn't hurt that she's so pretty. She's okay.
We never asked her to help us though. That's how she decided on her own. And she isn't helping either. Having her around just making it harder for me to concentrate. She's getting away. I'm not going to become a better fighter because Dulce's breathing down my neck, nagging me about everything other thing I do. Gee.
Scarlet takes another quaff of her ale. Then she slams her tankard back down the table. It's immediately obvious that she's drunk too much. Her cheeks are almost as red as her hair and she's swaying. It doesn't seem like she's a particularly happy drunk, however. She just looks upset.
I can't stand hearing her talk down to us. What right does she have to pass comment on our teamwork? What would that old hawk even know about teamwork anyway when she kicked me out of our old party? I doubt she cares all that much. She's just messing with us for her own amusement like always. It pisses me off. If I keep sitting here, thinking about her, I'm going to explode. Ah!
Scarlet gets to her feet so hurriedly she disturbs the chair she was sitting on. The chair takes bang and hits the floor with a clatter. Mina toots and I look around anxiously without tracking quite a few curious stares, but Scarlet doesn't seem to care. She fits her hands in her hair, her expression one of anguish.
I can't take this anymore! I need to get some fresh air!
Then she stalks off. Scarlet marches impetuously out of the tavern, uncaring about all the stares she's garnering. She throws open the front door with a toot, then marches off into the night. I'm only afforded a sliver of her back before it disappears, the door swinging shut.
For
a few moments, silence descends upon the tavern. Then after exchanging curious looks, our fellow patrons began to murmur among themselves. There are no prizes, of course, for guessing who they're talking about. They must be thinking about Scarlet. That was quite the dramatic exit. As for Mina, meanwhile...
Oh dear.
She simply looks exhausted.
I might be stating the obvious here, but... It seemed as though she was rather in a poor mood.
It really did. I've only known Scarlet for a couple of months. Same as Mina, to be fair. But she tends to be cheerful, energetic, smiley sort of person. It's rare to see her frowning, much less shouting. Scarlet's whole personality seems to have shifted, however, after running into Dulce. I suppose Scarlet's still hurting over Dulce's betrayal. It's been a while since Scarlet and Dulce parted ways, but Scarlet has yet to put it behind her. She's probably been ruminating on this for the last year. Has she been hurting all this time? The thought is sobering.
It is so unlike her to behave in such a way. I'd not realized she was capable of being this upset. Typically when things do not go according to plan, she waves it aside with her usual cheery smile.
That's true. Scarlett's always been so... I don't know, like, optimistic, I guess. She acts like nothing gets to her. But she's only human. Nobody can be cheerful all the time.
Indeed, you are correct. Perhaps I've been taking Scarlett's smiles for granted. I thought that she would always continue to smile, as though she hadn't care in the world. But she's a person, just like Yuri, and she surely has problems of her own. I feel as though I've been woefully negligent towards her.
Mina ponders, her arms still crossed.
Scarlett was there for me when I was at my very lowest. She was tireless in her attempts to console me, for I constantly rebuked her. She has been vital in supporting our party during our lowest of moods. So perhaps I ought to do something to cheer her up in turn.
And how do you plan to do that, girl?
Well, my idea might be a bit unusual, but...
Mina starts to do her hair, as she often does when she's getting embarrassed. Ooh. I think I see 2 pink spots on her cheeks. Yeah? What is she thinking of?
I know that Scarlett enjoys dressing me up in silly outfits. She suggested that I swap clothes with her yesterday, and she seemed to enjoy that a lot, so...
Mina's blush grows even more pronounced. She shifts in her seat, looking more than a little embarrassed.
Maybe this plan will work out after all. In fact, I'm sure it will. There's no way a useless, simple-minded fox like her won't appreciate a little bit of fast service.
Are you calling me simple-minded over here as well? I don't know what she's planning, but I guess I'll find out soon enough. I just wonder what it could be. I would like to see Mina in our protagonist's clothes. A little while later.
All of a sudden I'm starting to feel uneasy. Do you think this plan of mine will work, Aki?
I'm sure it will. I offer Mina a thumbs up, alongside a smile. The two of us are standing in the hallway, outside our shared bedroom in the inn. Mina toying anxiously with her fingers. Mina headed on over the guild to put her plan into motion, and was able to catch a few particular items from Bron. I had no idea that Bron owned such an items myself. I didn't realize she was a woman of such a discerning taste. I kinda wish we could see Bron. It was a little weird, seeing a serious, no-nonsense woman like her pull from behind her desk so many frilly wisps of fabric. But I guess that's over and done with now. Mina was able to execute her plan, and now she's dressed to impress. Scarlett might have gone for a walk earlier, but I can hear her pacing about inside her room. Her boots are clunking. I guess she must be back already. There is nothing to stop Mina and me from entering the room and presenting Mina to her like a delicacy on a platter. But Mina's still hemming and hawing. This was her plan, but she looks incredibly awkward.
Gosh, I hope this goes well.
Mina toys with the hem of her skirt, her face flushed.
What if she takes one look at me and laughs? I don't want Scarlett of all people to call me fool. That would sting.
If she does laugh, wouldn't it be for best? I thought you wanted to do this to cheer her up. Mina nibbles at her and a hangnail, her expression taut.
You're right, of course. But I don't want to become a laughingstock regardless. I not devote years of my life to studying magic and reduce myself to such a painful state.
Mina closes her eyes. She inhales. Then straightening her back, she says,
But I must be strong. This is for Scarlett's sake. I would be a poor party member indeed, and an even poorer friend if I let my pride get in the way of consoling her. I don't want her to feel alone. So I shall simply have to do this. I must gather my courage. There are worse things in the world than being laughed at.
That's, the spirit. You've got this.
Indeed I do. I should try my best. Now let us see what that silly fox thinks of this.
Mina clears her throat. Then she rips the knuckles firmly on the door to our shared room.
Excuse me, milady. Might I be permitted a brief audience with you, if only for a little while? There is something of great import that I wish to discuss. Huh?
I hear a shifting from the other side of the door. The spring of the mattress creak. Then I hear footsteps.
Mina, is that you? It is indeed me, milady. I'm glad that you recognize me. Well, of course I recognize you. Been traveling together for ages. It's hard not to. But why are you talking so weird? Am I talking strangely, milady? Yeah? You always sound stiff, but you're even stiffer than usual right now. You didn't eat something funny, did you? Oh no, I'm quite alright. I can assure you of that. Well, alright. I guess you can come in. I'm not doing anything.
Other, I guess, than being grumpy.
Thank you, milady. That is most kind of you.
Is she like in a maid outfit or something like that? Mina reaches for the doorknob. Her white, slender fingers close around it deftly. Then she twists. Wow. I mean, I would say that makes sense if it wasn't for the fact that we can see that the door over here do not have the knobs. Yeah, you would not turn to open the door. Yare yare yare. The door swings back with a creak and...
Kawaii! Oh, wait, what's this? What's this? Greetings, milady.
Mina greets Scarlet with a curtsy. She takes her dark dress in both hands and bows her head, her dark hair spilling over her shoulders.
It is good to see you once again this night. I hope that you are doing well. But if you are not, I'll be more than willing to aid you. As your dutiful maid, it is my job to take care of you. I'll serve you however you wish. So please, milady, do not despair. Let us turn your throne upside down. That's why I'm here. Meow.
Scarlet stares at Mina for a few moments, stunned into silence. She opens brow, but no sound comes out. Fruitlessly, she works her jaw up and down. 5 seconds pass. 15. Then with a high-pitched squeal.
Oh my gosh! You're so cute!
Scarlet darts forwards. She takes Mina's hands in her own. Mina's face flushes, and enthusiastically she cries.
What the heck, sweetest kid, Mina? I've never seen you dressed like this before. These aren't your clothes, are they? Don't tell me you're into this sort of thing. Well, of course I'm not into this sort of thing. Don't get the wrong idea, you idiot. I only thought dressing like this would cheer you up. I'm not enjoying this at all. And in what universe would I own an outfit like this? You mean it isn't yours then? Of course not. This outfit actually belongs to Braun. She gave it to me after I agreed to do some errands for her. Me and Ducky had to wash a lot of dishes so I could get my paws on this. I would never wear something like this as usually, so don't get the wrong idea, gee! Alright. You've made your point.
I feel like I've become a third wheel over here.
It's kind of crazy, for.
I mean, by that I mean Aki becoming a third wheel, basically.
This is kind of crazy, for. I never thought I'd see you dressed up like a maid of all things. It's a bit out of character. What do you think, Aki?
Well, I think it suits her perfectly. I think you look better in this, Scarlet. I think all girls look good in maid outfits. Not all. First option. I think it suits her perfectly. She's really adorable, isn't she? Did it start raining? I think so. Because it smells of rain now.
Yeah, she's the cutest. Are you saying you dressed like this just to cheer me up, Mina? Well...
Mina glanced away from Scarlet, who was still holding her hands, her face flushed.
That was the general idea, yes. Is it working? It is ever. I feel a little better now. I was saying pretty crabby before actually, but...
You made that pretty obvious.
But now I feel like I can take on the whole world. My energy levels have been fully restored. I'm better than I've ever been. Why, I think I can even put up with the awful Dulce now. How can I keep being Poppy when I have a cute little mate like you waiting on me? I wouldn't want to make my cute servant worry. Servant? I think you're going a bit too far. It's not like I'm planning to actually serve you or anything. Idiot! Bug! So I'll keep doing my best. Thank you, Mina.
Scarlet beams, then bounced forwards. She winds her arms around Mina, pulling her into a tight hug and cries.
You're the best! Oh, be careful. You'll get my dress wrinkled if you keep that up.
Mina pouts.
Phew.
She looks vaguely distressed, her face flushed and her ears tensed. But after a while she relaxes. Gently she smiles. She winds her arms around Scarlet's middle in turn, her expression serene. Then she says,
But I'm glad I was able to cheer you up. I often say that you are too loud and that you are obnoxious. But it does not feel right when you are so down. It unbalances the party. Do you think?
Yeah, things felt a little strange when you were down in the dumps. It's not like you. I'd much rather see you smile.
Well, if that's what you two cuties are saying, then I'll do my best to look like my usual cheaper self. I wouldn't want to make you worry, so I'm going to keep right on smiling. It shouldn't be too hard, not when I have a couple of cuties like you. What's the worst that could happen?
Maybe you should not ask questions like that. I spent the rest of the night with Mina and Scarlet, chatting to them and playing a few games of cards. This helps soothe Scarlet, who was in an undeniably full mood, thanks to Dulce. By the time we extinguished the lights in our room and settled down beneath the sheets, Scarlet looks to be her usual self again. I hope it stays that way. I'm not worried that she'll fly into another rage come the following morning when we have to work with Dulce, but until tomorrow comes I'll try not to worry about it. Instead, I turned over in my bed and tried to fall asleep. I'm so exhausted, I don't even want to take off my clothes. Again? I can't summon my energy. My thoughts are all mixed up. My eyelids fall shut. And then I fall asleep. And then the episode comes to an end. As per usual. You know what we'll do? We'll do this. We'll do this. That's right. That's how we'll end the episode, with Mina in the maid outfit. Yeah, holy crap, she's so cute over here. It's great. Very, very cute indeed. Alright, so definitely the battle or test battle with the slimes did not go as expected in a way. I did not expect a repeat of the story. Yeah, I did not expect that, that's for sure. But well, despite Scarlet's bad mood caused by a certain rabbit girl, I guess things ended properly, ended nicely. Mina found the solution and solved the problem here. We are back, and tomorrow we'll see where this is all going. Probably we are going into another battle, right? We'll see how that goes. Hopefully this time the girls are able to kick the opponent's butt without any troubles. Anywho, we'll cut it for today, fam. As per usual, the game link in the description. You can buy it yourself on Steam. And, of course, you can like the video if you are willing to, if you think it's worth it. Also, you can subscribe if you haven't by now. More people, always good to see, obviously. And you can tell me what you've thought about Mina's outfit as well. Or kind of her cosplay, I guess. Yep. Anyway, I wish you all a wonderful day, and tomorrow we shall continue. Bye bye.